Okay, so we've got our environment light. Bring it back on. The distant light is off. The spotlight's still off. Cool. And also, just as a little side note, the blue things here are only saying that we can literally see it in the scene, or in our 3D viewport. So that's the difference between me seeing it and not seeing it. It being on or off is actually the light enable thing. So just so you know. So we've got this back on, light enabled. Great. And let's see how fast this renders with the volume decimated down to 0.1 and the shadow is down to 0.5. Um, and then we're going to bring the noise level up and really see the significant gains there. But let's see how much faster at the very least it is. And 10 minutes later, we have this. Um, that's got to be like 40% less time. It was 18 minutes before. Looks basically the same, and yeah, so that's already pretty great. Now, again, the big savings for things that require multiple rays, such as again, like the environment light here. This is We're probably getting 9 rays sent out all the time from every single ray march substep. So I'll let it do as many as 9 rays if it really thinks it needs to, but I'm gonna make the threshold for that much higher. Meaning, I'm expecting that it'll allow more noise before it actually thinks that it needs to do that. And now we can already start to see, um, some the noise being introduced, but at the same time, if this one took 10 minutes and 27 seconds, I mean, I would just say this one already looks on track like it's going to take just a few minutes. So let's see what happens with this. So there we have it, 1 minute and 29 seconds later, and I mean, look, this was 10 minutes and 27 seconds, and this is like a tenth of that. And even in this, compared to the 18 minutes before, I mean, it's an incredible amount of savings, and it doesn't look that much different. Now, this amount of noise that we do get here, this would not really be acceptable for a final image, but this is absolutely acceptable to show for dailies or who knows what, show to a client even. You could run out hundreds of these frames overnight, one after another on your computer. You don't need a render farm at when a frame only takes a minute. 18 minutes per frame though is a killer. So clearly, at least for, let's say, we'll throw this under our LQ, where we'll say yes, point 0.1 is great for LQ iterations, and then instead of putting this back to 0.01, I'm gonna just feel lucky and reckless and put 0.02 for this. So hey, we'll save some time. I don't think we'll really notice the difference, especially not with like the stochastic up to 8 the way it is. In fact, I'll keep that there too. Great. LQ will probably put stochastic back to 4 because it's LQ mode, so we're not too concerned. Great. So those are our cool mantra settings. You can see just how much time if you would have entered into this, not naive in a bad way, but more just like, well, this is just what mantra looks like. If you had gone with the default mantra settings, you would have had an 18-minute render with just that one environment light. And the moment you wanted to smooth out some of those grainy edges, if you put the pixel samples up to 6 and 6 here, especially for like a final image, we might want to put it up to 6 and 6. That would definitely take hours, because 9 samples at 3 by 3 versus 36 samples at 6 by 6. I mean, right there, you're talking about at least three and a half fold increase, and then the exponential increase of all the secondary rays, and that was on top of the 18 minutes. It's going to take hours per frame. Whereas with the way we're doing it now, this could potentially be a finalable image at 10 minutes. So really, really pays production wise to know these settings. Cool. So now we're going to get into the Pyro shader itself, where we're going to start to refine the actual look. And now that we've got these settings being all cool, and yes, that's set to LQ, good, we'll be able to, iterate on that stuff faster. So here we go with the Pyro stuff now.